Hello guys, welcome back for try number 4, but it was the last chance saloon try because after 3 previous tries our focus, we needed a break. These races were intense and they drained me. I physically felt like I needed a bit of a break after doing 3 of them. So we've opened up a wee lobby and had a break for an hour and a half, I believe, and then we've come back for the last chance saloon. We've managed to qualify in 3rd position in this one. We've got a good lap in, and we survive the first corner, just about. A wee bit of back end threatening to step out on us, but we've survived the first corner. And this seemed to be our downfall in all these efforts. Our very first lap on the cold tyres on this here GP section, we wanted so bad to stay in that slipstream, and even just this far behind now, we'll still be benefiting somewhat in the slipstream, but when you're this far behind, it's teasing you, tempting you too much, so you're not in fuel saving mode. You're not able to short shift and be happy with where you are sitting behind. You're wanting just to be in that slipstream a bit better. You see, we're not in fuel saving mode at the moment at all. We're trying to get ourselves right back into the slipstream, and we also want to get round to the main section of the track without losing a spot behind us, which we do manage to do. Mr. Frostman in the lead with Stormzy, a fellow Irishman behind us, or in front of us, should I say, and Mr. Macho down in 6th. We'll keep an eye out for Mr. Macho Man. And we've lost the slipstream now. So our head has here had to go back into fuel saving mode. There's no sense revving the car out. Those 2 guys are more than likely, unless they start a bit of a battle and we'll get some side by side action going on, if they're smart, we're not getting back into it. They're just going to drive away from us, and there's not a thing that we can do. As my wee dog has a dream in the background, lying on the sofa sleeping. If you hear any whimpering, that's my wee dog having a dream. You get a bit of fucking everything through into my videos. I'm telling you, where would you get it? We don't know. Still holding on to the bottle of bubbly. The non-alcoholic bottle of bubbly, of course, for 3rd position, but any kind of bubbly is always welcomed. And the pressure starting to build from behind once again. And we all know that pressure at the rear end or from behind can make you shit yourself, and you end up in a very smelly cockpit. So we just have to hope that we can hold it all together. Still a small chance that the leaders will have a battle. We're very close. We'll jump outside. Well, we don't have anyone directly in front of us and keeping an there's pressure behind us. He does have a slight penalty a 1 second penalty, which is going to knock the bag out of them when we get round to the big straight. But we're a long way from the straight at the moment. I'm surprised they don't have more penalty zones on this track rather than just the one on the big straight. Mr. Macho up in the 6th at the moment, or still in 6th should I say. I do believe that's where he was. Frosty holding it off, so Stormzy's not trying to make moves. If they look very close, just because they're helping each other. Strategy in this: 2 laps on the hard. The ideal strategy for me was 2 laps on the hard, cruising around, saving fuel, and then into the pits onto the mediums and slightly over fuel so as you can push on the last lap. And we're number 4 on the car in this one. So perhaps not as many fast guys in this room. That's just the last chance saloon. A lot of the top guys will have already received whatever points that they're happy with in previous tries. And we'll jump back on board. We'll go for a slight skip until something starts to go down. And here we go. We'll get ourselves into a leaner mixture and see takes his penalty. And we're needing help. You can see our fuel. But by the time we get round the finish line, more than half the tank. So we'll pick this guy up on the shoulder, wave him on past, hoping that he can help us out on the next lap, save a bit of fuel and make it round to the pit lane. And see, we're lifting, coasting. And our tiny bit of fuel, but he decides to come into the pits. And again, we're left on our own. But we are in fuel saving mode now. We have went down on the mixture too, because we're on our own, and we've just tried to continue driving the way we were. We're not really revving the car out. We're hoping that a bit of help comes from behind. And there you see Mr. Macho. So it is slowly but surely coming at us. How close is he now? We've still got a bit of a gap. Let's continue with a skip. We will be in fuel mixture 2 here, so a chance per run, but they don't seem like they're wanting to take it. Mr. Macho getting particularly close now. And giving us a wee nudge. And we'll continue with the skip, guys, as there's not anything happening. We do have a guy behind us, but there's nothing in front of us. We must have lifted here. Yep, there we go. We've played very nice and lifted and let Mr. Macho go. Hopefully he can help us out and protect us from this other guy now. We have a bit of slipstream as he flashes the lights to say thanks and almost drives himself off the track. Just to put in that slipstream, hanging on. We need to stay in it if we can. And I do believe this must be the effort to where I feel like my strategy in the pit lane was just a wee bit wrong. Rather than we ended this race like with 0.2, 0.3 of fuel. We really needed to take just slightly less fuel at the pits. And I think it could have worked out very good for us. It certainly didn't work out very bad. We'll stay on board while we're right here with Mr. Macho. So this is going to be our pitting lap. I'm just trying to save fuel here. I think Mr. Macho starts panicking. We're already in mixture 6, believe it or not, and we still have to pull out and go for the overtake. Even in mixture 6, we'll get it back up because we see everyone else starting to come at us. We don't want to be tagged. And they're all nice and patient and filter in. Good reason. And into the pits we come. So at the moment we are in the fight for a bottle of bubbly, for sure. But we come into the pits and as I say, we spend that wee half second to a second too long in the pits. And you see, whenever we come out of the pits here, I feel like we could have been in front of these two guys if we'd have come out and taken slightly less fuel. We could have been in front of Mr. Macho and Ricky, not realising that we were on the inside of him or not judging his surroundings very good and hitting us into the wall. Not much harm done, a bit of time lost, but we've survived it, and a huge big glitch around that corner has knocked us back down to 7th place. Still nothing absolutely terrible, but frustrating because we did feel like if we'd have taken on less fuel, we still could have fuel saved and made it around the finish line. We took on extra fuel to make sure we could push, and it's cost us 3 spots. I do believe we should have been, I feel like we should have been ahead of Mr. Macho, or at the very least out of the pits side by side with Mr. Macho, if we had just not taken that amount of fuel on. As it stands, we're down to 7th position with another Beetle in front of us, and we want a top 5. We're on the medium tires, so we're meant to be at our fastest on this lap. Can we get back up into that top 5 for a pit party? Pit parties might not sound like they're a fantastic thing, but you just haven't been to one of my pit parties then, because I'm telling you, the hamburgers are the size of pizzas. There's free alcoholic beverages on the go. There's basically whatever you think there's going to be at a party, there's that and more, as we get a bit of side by side action going. And we've snuck ourselves, we've squeezed ourselves past the Beetle. We're up in the 6th. With Mr. Speedy Racers in front of us. And Mr. Macho up in 4th, which is where of course we wanted to come out. Getting as close as we can get to Mr. Speedy without affecting him. No contact, but as much pressure as we can put on him to try and get that mistake. We threat of a lunge up the inside, but still nothing to be had, and he is bringing us slightly closer now. The battle is bringing us slightly closer to Mr. Macho. And Macho's made a mistake. And there we are, we're all back in it now, and he's going to have dirty tyres on this one. He's on the grass again, he's struggling again. That's going to hold it all back up. The Beetle's going to be on our ass here as well. He is indeed. Oh, but we're in the battle for a top 4. We've missed our chance to be in the fight for a battle of bubbly, which is what we felt we were in before we came into the pits. And the Beetle making a lovely move around the outside of us, and we didn't fight that off because he's got the pace. We've used them as a rocket launcher. You use these things to your advantage. You pick them up, set them on your shoulder, give them a pat in the back, and point them in front of you. We've sent him on his way. What sort of damage is the man going to start kicking off here for us? Surely we're going home with at least a pit party. We were thinking to ourselves the same as every other time. We're not struggling on fuel. We think to ourselves, oh, and there's a top 6 for us. No harm done with him, he stayed on okay. It was his own mistake. We are thinking to ourselves, who's going to start struggling with their fuel? Because we knew it wasn't going to be us. And we're hoping to ourselves that along this big straight at the finish, any guys in or around us are perhaps panicking on point 1 and running out and panicking and having to change into a lean mixture. of a wee bit of space now behind us, so we'll be fully focused on Mr. Macho and the other guy in the Beetle, Robber. Another thoroughly enjoyable, intense race. Not the best races to commentate on when I'm watching them back for a replay, but for sure they beat any other races that I have done on this game, hands down. Head and shoulders a different level of focus required on this track, which just ramps up that intensity that you're feeling, which is a lovely feeling, I have to say. If you don't enjoy the buzz and the nerves and the sweat that starts coming, if you're competitive, then you should really enjoy that feeling and come back for more. It is a badass feeling. And now we're revving this car out. We asked Mr. Beetle in front of us, will you help another fellow racer in a Beetle? And he does indeed. And at this stage we start thinking, never mind about helping us. Are you running out of fucking fuel? Are you having to use a lean mixture? I think we're going to have you as well. And about here we start thinking it's not going to happen. No, so we're going to be nice and we're lifting off and we're settling for the pit party. But Mr. Macho has other ideas with a cheeky wee nudge at the end that we thought, you have to give us that spot back surely. No, Mr. Macho did not think that required him to give us it back. We did write to him after the race and say to him, you should have given that spot back. And he said, I'm sorry, you're right, I should have. So yep, he's happy to get past you with a bit of dirt. So we'll remember that, and in the very next race you'll see Mr. Macho had the opportunity to repay us for that dirty move and hand us a spot back, and we flashed our lights at him and he didn't. So when Mr. Macho is happy to pass you with a wee bit of dirt there and he'll not hand the spot back, it's good to know. And really enjoyed that race. Was happy right up until the last corner, and then we were slightly disappointed because we thought it was a wee bit rude, but still overall really enjoyable race. I'll catch you next video, lads. Thank you.